Welcome to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Owen Hayes. You're watching Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented to you by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. Today, we are slammed, but we got some time early to take some of your phone calls. If you want to call us up, share any info, maybe you have some questions, some reports that you want to throw out there. If you're willing to throw some reports out there, anything positive would be great. Call us up. It's the North American Metals Hotline, 503-548-6777. We'd love to hear from you. Along with that, though, we got a bunch of photos we're going to get to here in just a couple of minutes, so pay attention if you've been sending photos in. We're going to be showing those off here in just a little bit. We've got a couple of giveaways we're going to talk about here in a little while as well, and we're going to have our weather update with Drew Reeves this morning here in just a bit as well, so make sure you pay attention to that. It was interesting last night. I actually washed my truck this week, and then it rained. Oh, I didn't pay attention to KPTX. That's what you get for not paying attention. Also, this upcoming segment will have some reports to share. My producer, Ryan, who runs this whole show, actually has a report to share as well. So we're going to have a photo of Ryan. I, unfortunately, don't have any photos, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. As always, though, we'll have fish counts and river levels and turbidity and the 10-year and all that stuff that we all like to see, finding out what's actually going on around here real time, because that's what we can do here at Outdoor GPS. Then we're going to have our first interview is going to be Austin Mosier. Typically with Austin, we're talking fishing. He's the owner of Austin's Northwest Adventures. And when we talk to him, he's usually catching big triploids or walleye or chinook or whatever it might be. But he's also a turkey guide. As you can see there, it's been a pretty decent season for him already. We're going to find out how things have been for him, what he's seeing out there. And for all of you that hunt turkeys on the east side of Washington and Oregon, this should give you a good idea of what the birds are actually doing right now, because every region is a little bit different. Where are they at in their stages? And we're going to find out how things have been for Austin and what he is seeing out there real time. The plan was to get him to do a live report while he was hunting. You ever try to do something like that when you're hunting turkey? Well, he's not actually hunting, but we're going to have a chance to get that update from Austin real time, find out how things have been in this 2025 turkey season. Also, in our Chevy Silverado Tech Tip of the Week today, it's kind of not necessarily a tech tip because we're going to do a tech tip again tomorrow, but we're going to use that slide, that start of our segment, to do our one-year update on our 2024 Chevy Silverado 2500 High Country. Now, that's the truck I just put 15,000 miles on. It's my one-year update on it. I love my truck. But we're going to have a quick segment on that just to give a quick idea of what's going on with that thing. There's been several questions over the last few months, so we'll try to address some of those as well. Then we're going to check in with Jack Glass from Team Hookup Guide Service. He's on the water this morning chasing spring chinook on the lower Willamette River. We'll find out how things are going for him real time, and it has been a very, very frustrating week for the vast majority of folks chasing springers, myself included, which shouldn't surprise anybody, on the Willamette. Lots and lots of really, really good anglers, very good fishermen that have been struggling, and some of them have just flat given up and moved up the Columbia. And we'll probably talk a little bit about that in that upcoming segment as well. Then we'll have the deal of the week from Fisherman's Marine, which is a perfect one, especially as we start going into our fall Chinook fishery, I almost said summer Chinook. That's not going to happen, but we'll see. Anyway, we've got a couple of phone calls that are holding. Let's go ahead and take Mark real quick before we get to some of those photos. Mark is apparently over by the Meldrum Bar area, and he's got a report from this morning. Mark, what did you see out there in that Oregon City area?
I was parked there by the bulkhead, and right there by Goat Island, man, I seen a boat, a drift boat catch one.
Just now you saw one get
nice.
caught. How many other fish have you seen get caught, or is that the first one that you've seen?
That's the first one I've seen today.
How's the crowd? How's the crowd, Mark?
Cheaper.
Is there a bunch of boats out?
Oh yeah, there's probably about 100 boats out. And there's another thing I want to say. For them guys that have been picking their clients up there at Clackamas, I want to say thank you, because the guide boats there, half the guys take up all the room up here where you try to fish off the bank at Meldrum. But, I want to say thank you for the ones who've been picking them up at Clackman's Park. So that's what I got to say.
Hey, very good. Mark, thank you very much for the report. We appreciate it. And yes, it's an unfortunate situation that Clackman Park boat launch is not usable, which is an entirely different topic to discuss. But there's a ton of parking there, and it's an easy way for the guides and anybody else to pick up people or whatever it might be to have them park over there. Good point. Mark, thank you for that. Jake's got a live report. Let's go ahead and take that, and then we'll move into the photos, because we all know if you call up with a live report, you go to the front of the line. Jake is out somewhere. Jake, where are you actually at?
We're on the Multnomah Channel in St. Helens.
Okay, how's the fishing down there?
We got one in the boat, probably about 7 pounds. We got 5 rods in the water. 3,000. And a bunch of boats.
Yeah, that was my next question. How's the crowd? How'd you actually catch that fish, Jake? Were you guys trolling herring, 360s with shrimp? What were you doing?
We were using a 360 Mexican hat spinner.
But we do have some millennial mouse other stuff.
We got all different kinds of stuff on all 5 rods.
Okay, gotcha. Have you seen any other fish get caught, Jake?
Just one.
Okay. How's the water conditions? How's the water look down there?
Great.
Awesome.
Looks awesome. Jake, we appreciate your live report from the Multnomah Channel. Sounds like there's a lot of boats out there. They were lucky enough to get one. 6-7 pounds. That's maybe a little bit below average, but certainly it's better than nothing. I can promise you that. Although I did get to put one in the boat. Well, I shouldn't say I. My boat did actually get one this week, but we'll talk about that this upcoming segment. Okay, let's jump into some of the photos that everybody's been sending in. We'll show you the easiest way to do it, although there's a number of ways that you can send us photos. Grandpa Bay sent this in. First fish for this young man. That's just fine. That'll work out. Whenever you catch your own fish, they taste delicious. They're always the best ones. It's just that there's a nice springer. Look at that first springer. In and oh, far too long. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. It's been a couple of weeks for me. At least for a keeper, I should say. 18-incher at Hag. I got that question this week. A good place to take kids, family, to go do some trout fishing. It's really hard, especially for somebody localized around here, to suggest anything other than that. Jessica, thanks for sending the photo in. Other than Hag, I mean, it's just so full of trout. Gets the most amount of stocker trout around the state. Archery turkey, wow. Scotty, well done, congratulations. Nice turkey too, by the way, and I don't know about you, but if you've ever hunted turkey with a bow, there's definitely some stuff going on there. Brooks, first springer. Steve's, thanks for sending it in. Nice fish. Great photo too. That's got to be on the portrait mode to get a photo like that. Kenny Howard, for the Springer win. Dennis, thanks for sending that in. That's a dandy, by the way. Nice fish. Looks like they had a perfect day to be out there chasing them. Oh, looks like my boat or my dog trying to climb in your skin. Oh, that's Bob, and that's TJ. Jeff, thanks for sending that picture in. Oh, Brick. Yeah, Salem Bob and TJ. That was one hell of a dog. Salem Bob passed away on Easter. Everyone, last week we made mention of that. That started a lot of conversations too. Great guy. I know a lot of folks are like, great guy. Yes. In the end, if he didn't like you, you were the first to know it. I'll put it that way. He had no problems making sure that if there was something that he didn't really like, you were going to know it. But he was, in the end, just a great guy. Best spinner fisherman ever, in my experience. Also, we're going to get up here. We got a video coming up. Look at that Willie drift boat sitting on the bay. That is just a cool shot right there. Springer fever. Jeremy, I don't know where you are, but congrats. I mean, how can you look at that? That's just beautiful. I got my drift boat behind the gate. I might have to find some water. Surprise steelhead. Mark, congrats on that as well. Looks like that is the Willamette. It is. Yeah, there's some summer steelhead that are working their way through. The good old days of catching a bunch of big ones, chasing the springers, I think are over. But there's still some fish around. Here's a video from one of our viewers, Multnomah Channel, and a hot fish. Very cool. Look at that. Just great conditions, too. Okay, fish flash. And probably herring. Well done. That's exactly how you bring a fish in. That's exactly how you put the fish in the net. It's all on the person with the rod, I can promise you that. You can have somebody make a great stab at a fish, but if you don't do it the right way, the person holding the rod, that is, things can go south in a hurry. It's the Fox 12 app. It's free. Download it. Once you do so, you can upload your photos and videos to us here at Outdoor GPS, and we show you off every Saturday and Sunday morning. And videos, just like that one you saw. Don't forget, Abby's is doing a giveaway right now. It's gps@abbys.com. You'll be entered in to win one of them giant pizzas and spuds, by the way, so don't forget that. And let's check in for the first time in quite a while with Drew Reeves and find out how our weather is going to be today and tomorrow and going forward. Drew, how are you?
I'm doing well, and the weather is going to be cooperating pretty well for the most part. We saw some rain overnight, but for the most part, we're now going to be dry for the rest of the day. You can see we're getting more of the sun in our clouds now on our Shriners Children's camera. We're going to continue to see the clouds clear out through the day today. It's in the low 50s right now, but it is definitely cooler this weekend. We are not as warm as the past couple of days. A shower is still possible as we go through the day. Unlikely, though. Then we're heating up once we get into next week. You might see some drizzle even as we get into this afternoon. Some clouds will still be around, but by this evening, we're looking at completely clear skies, mainly clear skies into the day tomorrow as well. And most of the rest of our forecast is dry from here on out. We'll see very sunny days there Monday and Tuesday. Those will likely be the warmer days of our forecast Monday through Wednesday as well. So by Monday, we should see those mid-70s and then another day into the 80s on Tuesday. So on average, we get about 5 in the month of May. This would be our second there. And then Wednesday's close. We'll see. But I expect temperatures will stay in the upper 70s. We'll start to see some clouds developing later into the day on Wednesday too, and Wednesday night there's a very slight chance of a shower, on Thursday too, 72 degrees, and then we'll be back to the mid-70s on Friday. So we're about average tomorrow, and then the rest of our forecast from here on out will continue to see above average, pretty warm temperatures for this time of year. Oh, and
I love it. 60s, 70s, and 80s all on the 7-day.
Yep.
That's perfect. Springtime in the Northwest. I love that. It's perfect. Drew, it's great to see you again.
You too.
All right, everyone, we're going to cut to a break. When we come back, we're going to have our report segment, find out how things went for me this week. I laugh because you know how it is. And, of course, we've got a ton of info we're going to go through, along with the 10-year average from Bonneville Dam. We'll be back in just a minute.